And welcome back to Nancy's Neighborhood, folks. And I always love having Dwight on. Of course, he was talking about something that's really, I'm not kidding, folks, it's $10 worth of enjoyment for Spirits, Legends, and Lore, and that's the 29th of October at 7 o'clock at the venue Creekside. And the reason I'm looking over here is because I want to be sure I had the date and the time right. Now, let me tell you about some things that are coming up. You have Love Nancy's 5th Annual Wine for the Mind. This helps with dementia and other situations that Love Nancy works with. They're a 501c3. It's going to be this coming Friday, the 18th, from 6 to 9 at the Coffee Barn on Benton Pike. The music is by Randy Steele and Friends. Heavy hors d'oeuvres by Cafe Roma, worth the trip for that. And wine and beer by Mash and Hops and Tarver and the Coffees. And there's a live auction and a silent auction and a 50-50 raffle. Tickets are $45 an individual, but $80 for two. And we'll call that a couple, but it doesn't have to be a husband and wife or a girlfriend and boyfriend. It can just be two friends that want to go and want to save $10, okay? So that is this Friday night, folks, so I hope you all remember that. Now, the Athens Arts Center has a lot going on coming up. Now, right now, the musical, The Addams Family, is on there at their Black Box Theater on Madison Avenue. And it started the 11th and it goes through the 20th. And so it should be great. Now you're seeing on the screen the times and the dates and everything. You can buy tickets at the door. Now this Friday night, they have what is called a costume edition, Cocktail with the Characters. And that starts at 6:30 on the 18th. Tickets for that are $20. So the other tickets are $15 and $10, $15 for adults, $10 for students. It's a great venue. I've been there. There's not a bad seat in there. I've been there for individual musicians doing concerts. I've been there for plays. They do a great job, folks. And let me tell you, they have some other things coming up. They're also going to have, they're doing auditions on the 21st at 6 p.m. for Having Our Say. They need African American women ages 50 plus, and that will go on January 16th through the 18th. And then they're going to do Jesus Christ Superstar, and the auditions for that are November 10th and 11th at 5 and 6 p.m. And you can go to their website and see what else is going on with them. And this is just great. I know I won't get there for the Addams Family. I wish I could. But I'm going to take a little trip, and I know I can't get there. I wish I could plan it so I can. Now, this weekend, we have the Apple Festival downtown. And I want to tell y'all right now that parking is available all over downtown, except Broad Street is having Rise Against Hunger. And that parking lot, the Broad Street parking lot there on Central and Worth, will be blocked off on Saturday while the people that are coming to put food in the boxes that will be transported all over the world, locally, internationally. Broad Street needs their parking lot. So it will be roped off, and there will be people there asking you not to park in that parking lot. But the other parking lot on the other side, the one over at the post office, the one at the Red Ribbon, there's all kinds of parking lots, all kinds of parking spaces around downtown. And I hope you will do that. Now, the Apple Festival is the 19th through the 20th. It's right around the courthouse. And it's from 10 to 6 on Saturday and 1 to 6 on Sunday. It's $5 for adults, $4 for children and seniors, and children under 3 get in free. And if you want to see the map of where the location for everything, you can go to clevelandapplefestival.org. They are a 501c3, and the money they make on this event, they donate to charities that may need their money. So that is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Now, as I said when Dwight and I am so sorry that y'all did not get to see the first take we did on that because Adrian had to tell us to hush and he had to start all over. Dwight and I were laughing so hard that we were both crying and it was just, we couldn't talk. So we did have to start all over. So I love having Dwight on. But his event is the 29th at the venue Creekside. And before that, we have Wait Until Dark by the Ocoee Theater Guild. Folks, I'm going to tell you right now, it's for mature audiences. Now, please don't take a 6-year-old to see Wait Until Dark. This is a scary play, okay? and you don't want them there. I mean, the audience doesn't want them there screaming and crying and upset because they're afraid. So the tickets are on sale, $15 for adults and $12 for students. Now, you can buy tickets at the door, or you can call 848-8209 to get tickets, or I think you can go on their Facebook page, Ocoee Theater Guild, to get your tickets for that. Now, this Saturday also, I had Cheryl Dunson on with me at the last show, and she talked about the Household Hazardous Waste Collection Day. It will be this coming Saturday, the 19th, from 8 until noon at the Justice Center on Blythe Avenue. And folks, this is a household hazardous waste. She said, don't you painting contractors pull up with a truck full of paint cans, because they're not going to take them. They're going to turn you right around. And also the Better Business Bureau is going to have a shredder there. So I think it's 2 bags of items to shred. They will shred for you. And this is free. The county pays for this from money they get from Santec for the landfill. And so this is a free opportunity for you to get rid of things. And we got one of those flyers in the, I'm looking for mine, I don't know what I've done with it, in the Cleveland utility bill, and told you everything you need to do. Cheryl told you if the paint has already dried up in the can, it is not hazardous. You can put it out in your garbage. But there are things that do need to be brought by there. So that is Saturday, this Saturday, October the 19th from 8 until noon at the Bradley Justice Center. All right, and then the painted pumpkin contest that Bank of Cleveland has every year is underway right now, and those pumpkins have to be into them by the 24th, and they'll remain on display through November the 1st, and cash prizes are going to be donated for the winning pumpkins. Now on the 24th, the Museum Center is hosting Halloween, and that's going to be featuring the Cleveland Storytelling Guild and Sound of Tennessee. And Sound of Tennessee is the barbershop group. They are so awesome, and I've had them on here with me before. They've actually sung. And if you're a member of the museum, this event is free. And if you're not a member, it's $15, and there will be adult beverages as well as other beverages, and there will also be heavy hors d'oeuvres. So this is October the 24th. That's a Thursday night. It begins at 6 o'clock, and it should be great, and they encourage you to wear a costume. So do that and go, and it will be great because it's going to be the Cleveland Storytellers, and several of those are going to be telling at Spirits, Legends, and Lore. And then on October 22nd, which is a Tuesday, in fact, it's next Tuesday, they're going to have the Redback Hymnal singing at Lee University Chapel. It starts at 7 o'clock. I've already called and reserved my tickets. It's free, but you have to call and reserve a ticket because it's limited seating. And you call 614-8320, and they will reserve you a ticket, and you pick it up at the door as you go in. It starts at 7 o'clock. And the final cruise-in of the year is going to be the 26th around the courthouse, and they want new, unwrapped toys, and they give these to Toys for Tots. And then, of course, we have the annual downtown Halloween party, big party, hundreds of thousands of people show up. And that will be great. It's from 5 to 10, and the block party will be there. Now, let me tell you real quickly, I'm looking at Adrian to see if I have any more time left. On Halloween night, the 31st, Kaboom will be at the library from 4 to 5:30, and that's on the 31st. That's on Halloween Day, Kaboom. And they're going to do, I have little notes here, science experiments for all ages. So there it is on the screen, folks, and you can come in a costume before the block party and leave there at 5:30 and go down to Treat Street, which M&M Mars does every year and gives about 3,000 at least bags of candy. All right, and then we also have on the 27th the Fort Hill Cemetery event, and this is it's from 4 until dusk on the 27th. And this is Lee University's History Department and the Bradley Historical Society. It's $5 a person, $2 each for students. Now, don't show up at Fort Hill Cemetery. You park at the Boys and Girls Club, and they'll shuttle you up. And Lee University students will be dressed as characters that are buried in those cemetery plots, and they're going to tell you about their life. They will be dressed in the period that they lived, and they will tell you about their life and what happened to them. So that should be great. And then let me do this one real quickly. The Village at Hawk Creek Pioneer Day open house will be November the 9th. I'll tell you more about that. I'll try to get somebody in to talk about that, but it's from 10 to 4, and you can follow them on Facebook. This is a great, great place, folks. It's right down South Lee Highway. The Deer Park grand opening is November 2nd, and then get your recipe in to the to the banner, I'm sorry. The deadline on that is, watch me unfold this whole big paper. The deadline is the 21st, and they will have a $100 prize to the best recipe. So that is something you want to get in. You can email that to them. You can drop that by their office, or you can put it in the mail and send it to them. But share a recipe, and they'd like to have a picture of the recipe, and they'd like to have a picture of you. So I'm closing everything up now because it's just been Adrian and me today, and he's done a great job. Thank you, Adrian. You've done a great job. Lauren, you were missed. And so it's been a great day in Nancy's neighborhood, folks. So for today, bye-bye.